name is Eugenia Canas, and my role is in community of practice at Mind Your Mind. As an aside, I also am working on my PhD in the points of intersection between art and well-being, and I particularly look at how young people find ways of developing who they are, their identity, and the connection that has to their mental health. So the work we do at Mind Your Mind has been going on for over a decade. We are an engagement program. We partner with young people to co-create resources that fight the stigma of mental health. Youth at Mind Your Mind show amazing resilience and amazing creativity in how they express themselves. And if you go to mindyourmind.ca, you can see a lot of different self-motivated, self-submitted stories of what it's like to be mentally well and what it's like to face mental health challenges. If you get to express who you are, if you get to figure that out as a young person, you're actually doing a great deal of work towards your health. Art is very much part of that expression. Whether it be visual arts, spoken words, or dance, there's a lot of focus in Mind Your Mind towards that moment where young people can feel that they can express who they are and find out their own sources of strength and resilience. So dance becomes a very important arena for young people to express themselves and develop identity. And what we're finding in the field of mental health is that well-being and health is very much connected to how much you can say who you are, and you can figure that out. Identity and self-expression go hand in hand. And we feel that art, including dance, is a wonderful way to figure that out as a young person. Whenever we see a young person doing what they do well, we see that it tends to happen within a safe space. It tends to happen in a place where people are receptive to it, people are interested, and people want to know what it's about. And I think a lot of being a performer is that wonderful cross-section of having found a safe place and having found the opportunity to share who you are. So why art and why expression? Because anytime you get to put your imprint and say who you are, you're actually developing more strength and more resources, and these affect your mental health immensely. What we see from young people dancing is that they are courageous and brave in pushing themselves into new frontiers, trying to understand feelings, trying to understand emotions, and trying to hold them and stay with them. And that's amazing work. I think you build not only courage, but you also model to others what it's like to just hold who you are. A lot of health, and especially a lot of mental health, has to do with accepting who you are at that present moment, and knowing where your motivations are coming from, and also knowing when it's time to say to others, look, I'm feeling this way, or I don't know that things have been going well, I need to reach out. As an audience of contemporary dance, we want to encourage young people to make that connection and put themselves in opportunities to explore. And the reason for that is because you don't have to be on stage to experience that challenge of staying with the moment and pushing further to see what something is about. I think as a young person and a spectator of modern and contemporary dance, you could go into that space and just watch what you do with that experience. You don't have to impose a story, you can let things happen and hit you the way that they will. And that experience tells you about who you are and where you are in the moment. The thing might be very funny, that particular performance, and you might watch it later and realize that actually you have other feelings and other reactions to it, and those are also valid, and those are also part of who you are. The last point I want to make about the connection between contemporary dance and mental health is about bravery. The bravery of watching and the bravery of performing. Any person that says who they are and they express what they're feeling at that moment, they're taking a chance. And so are you, by being there and being present and just letting what comes up emerge. So there's a lot of courage in this.